Hello, good morning. It's super early for me to be here, but I was feeling it this morning. I got some comments yesterday from some past clients, from some clients now when we were having. It was interesting, like two comments from a couple past clients this week, and then another client that I have now were asking me about cellulite, and I was like, oh, interesting. People want to talk about cellulite. Well, the conversation came up. And this is something that a lot of you aren't going to like to hear because I'm going to get really flippin' real with you right now. So this is day 43. We're talking about cellulite. Guess what? We all have it. We all have it. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I got me some cellulite too. It's okay. But the problem is, what is it? Why does it exist? Why is it so ugly? And why can't we get rid of it? Well, I have to say I've competed for a long time. So if anybody knows anything about cellulite and having it not be apparent when your butt cheeks are on the stage, in center stage, right? With every light shining on you, it's me, okay? So we're going to talk about this. And the reason we're going to talk about cellulite today is because, it doesn't matter. Of course it matters, because why? Cellulite actually houses toxins. Who knew? Good morning. Hi, Bart. Good morning. Who knew? I knew. Okay, this is what I want to share with you guys right now. Listen, all of us are going to have a little, and there are some genetically predisposed people that have more than others, but there are so many things you can do about it, right? The problem is what you're willing and not willing to give up, and what you're willing and not willing to endure to get rid of it, right? This is the problem, right? Because what people do is they're like, yeah, I want to get rid of it, Jen. How do I do it? And I tell them, if they have very specific body goals, right? If they have very specific, like, I want to look leaner, I want to, have a certain aesthetic. That's a different thing from health, right? But if that's your goal, right? If that's your goal, then there's things that you've got to release and that you can't hold on to. People will say to me, oh, yeah, I want it. And then I tell them what they have to do. And they're like, oh, wait, I don't want to do that. Can't we find another way? No, there's not another way. There's not another way. This is the way. So a lot of people ask me, how did you get rid of it? Or how did you stand on stage and have that look? And how do you get your clients there? Listen, that's all aesthetic, but it's also health related. So that's why I'm talking about it, because the interesting thing about cellulite is not like you got fatter, okay? It's not. It's really what happens is the actual fat cells enlarge. Fat cells enlarge. How do they enlarge? Interesting things happen. So in our culture, in our environment, in our world, there's different ways that our body, right, has toxins come in. There's different ways that we get toxins into our body. First and foremost is what we put in to our mouth, okay? For example, if you're putting toxins into your body, things that are artificial, right? Things that are preservative laden, things that are carcinogenic, that means processed meat, guys. That means lots of bacon, sausage, things that are charcoaled up, right? Okay, those are all toxins. Is that landing? Preservatives. I mean, what do you think? Think about preservatives. If you're putting something in your body that's full of preservatives, right? What is it doing to food? Like, I know what it does to food because I used to have a nutrition bar company, and that's why my bars were frozen and not shelf stable for a long time, because I could not put preservatives in them. I didn't. And I had to figure out a way to put natural preservatives in them to make my nutrition bars healthy, because I didn't want to put preservatives in my body. So first and foremost, you've got to really evaluate what's going into your system. It's not always about calories in, calories out. People have this really antiquated system about calories. It has a lot to do with what type of food you're putting into your body. Your body's a machine, right? It's a physiological machine. So if you're putting a bunch of toxins and you're dumping toxins into your system with preservatives, carcinogenic foods, processed foods, right? These nasty oils that are man-made, things are going into your system that your body is like, dude, I don't even know what this is. How am I supposed to process this? It's got to get rid of it, you guys. So your liver kicks in, right? Liver kicks in. Liver starts to process all this stuff, right? All this stuff, all these foreign things, these chemicals that we're putting in our body, and it has nowhere to put them. You can't get rid of all of them, especially if your liver is clogged with fat. If you got a fatty liver, you're in trouble, because then now, right, if your fatty liver can't process what it's supposed to process, and these toxins are now floating around in your body. Where do they go? Guess what they do? Their favorite place to go is they like to be in their forever home. Guess where their forever home is? Your fat cells. They like to live there. They like to live there. So what happens is the toxins go and they go into your fat cells, and they just get comfortable, or they just settle in. And those fat cells enlarge to make room for the toxins that are dumping into your system. Because your body can't properly detoxify them because there's so much coming in. And if your liver is fatty on top of it, you're in trouble. Okay, so now we have this happening. Next thing. So Jen, a lot of people ask me, well, why does my husband get cellulite? Yeah, he's got cellulite. It's usually around his belly, right? Men usually get cellulite around their midsection, and women tend to take it and to hold on to it around their hips, their thighs, their butt, right? That's like where women like to house our toxins. So what's interesting about this is that women want to get rid of it, and they want to get rid of it fast, but they still want their sugar-free stuff, right? They still want their sugar-free lattes, right, with their sweetener. This artificial stuff is going to continue to clog up your system, and these toxins are dangerous. The pesticides that we're putting on our food are dangerous. All of these toxins that we bring into our body through our mouth, right, make our body toxic. And our fat cells get bigger because they're storing more toxins. Hence, cellulite appears, right? So because of the environment, right, and because of excess estrogens in our environment, also when we're looking at environmental toxins, like things that we're looking at where I'm thinking about pesticides or phytoestrogens and plastics. Phytoestrogens increase the estrogen in our body. And if we can't flush the extra estrogen, it makes us fat. Makes our fat cells enlarge, right? So extra estrogen and estrogenic dominance, and that can happen in men also when they're getting a lot of these, estrogens and phytoestrogens into their system through, even through water, even through, antibiotics from, different animals that we're ingesting, right? Foods like this. These are all ways that we're getting excess hormones into our body that we can't process. And where does that go? It gets floating around into our system until it finds its forever home in your fat cells, which creates cellulite because they enlarge. Got it? Landing? So estrogen dominance or estrogen dumping usually happens when we have a lot of these chemicals in our system, and it's actually causing hormone interrupters, which I talk a lot about in my programs and with my clients. And if you haven't listened to my hormone series, you should. If you want it, I'll send it to you. It's free. And it's the circulation of these hormones that are being interrupted and shifted in our system that are causing this extra estrogen dumping, which allows us to enlarge our fat stores, which looks like cellulite. Okay, so that's the end all be all there. Are you guys, is this landing with you? It's making sense to you? Okay, so we've got the stuff that we're putting into our system. We've got the stuff in our environment that's really hard to control, the stuff we're putting on our skin, the parabens, the chemicals that we're putting on in our makeup, on our lotion, and our shampoo. All of it is full of some of these toxins. So these toxins, right, they go into our body, and like I said, like they're floating around. And if your liver can't process them because your liver's not clean, most of our livers in the society and culture are not clean because of what we put in them, it really causes problems. So I will tell you the story. I had this client years ago. She was competing, and she was in her 50s. She was competing on stages like I was. I was in my 30s at that time, and she said, oh, it's easy for you because you're in your 30s. I said, no, it's easy for me because I don't put a bunch of crap in my system. So what happens is she would give me these excuses of, oh, I don't want any cellulite on my backside. We couldn't get her glutes and her legs and her butt and her thighs to really get that smooth look without the cellulite. We couldn't do it. It was like, I was banging my head against the wall. It's like, what's going on? Like, I'm doing your nutrition perfectly. I'm doing your supplementation perfectly. Like, you're getting your micronutrients. Like, what is happening? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, well, take me through your day again. Come to find out, she's been drinking Diet Coke every day since she was like 30 years old. She's like, well, it doesn't have any calories. No, you guys aren't getting it. Like, I was like, no, this is not, no wonder. Like, there's no amount of plyometrics or clean dieting or things you're going to do to get rid of that if you're putting Diet Coke in your mouth. It's a toxin. It's poison. Your body's like, oh my gosh, what do I do with this? And if you're getting it every day over and over again, you guys, your liver can't process it, and it's going to store all of those toxins in your fat cells, and then it's going to end up looking like cellulite because your fat cells get bigger. Yeah, Toby, yes. Toby, yes. Yes. So my point is that if you're thinking that it's all about calories in, calories out, you've got to shift, right? My point is you've got to look at your, and I know this analogy is used a lot, but I'm going to shift it for you a little bit here. Listen up. This is important. So yeah, if you've got a high performance vehicle, you've got a Ferrari, because we're all Ferraris, you guys. We all get to be Ferraris. We are, right? We are Ferraris. We are high performance machines. We are built for this. Built for this. But if you're putting all this high performance fuel in, like if you're eating your veggies, you're eating your good protein, you're like really doing great things, you're putting your supplements in, you're like, yeah. And then you drink a Diet Coke. You know what that's like? It's the equivalent of like you throwing a piece of like a rock in your gas tank in your Ferrari. Bust. Shut down. High performance vehicles, it literally just shrinks, shrivels, and dies on the road. You can't think about your body like, oh, it's not a big deal. Oh, it's not a big deal. You cannot do that. So all of you out there who are like, I'm keto, all of you out there right now, and this, I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant, but this is important. I get it. If you need to, if you're obese and you have a serious medical condition and you need to drop weight fast, I get it. I get going super keto and like eating a bunch of cheese and bacon. Like, okay, yes, it does work. I'm not going to lie. Like it works. You will drop weight. No doubt. When you remove the carbohydrates out of your system, your body has to use fat as fuel. I get it. This is not a long-term health solution. Thanks, Justin. Hi. This is not a long-term solution. This is not health. Not health. I'm sorry, my Instagram. Oh, there it is. This is not health. This is a fast fix. Long-term cannot be sustained. And what's happening is that carcinogenic junk from all of the bacon, all of the processed meat, all of the carcinogenic food, all of the processed sugar-free Waldorf Farms crappy dressing that you're dousing your food in, all of the sugar-free ketchup. What do you think they're putting in it, you guys? Things that don't belong in your body. This is not long-term health. This is not long-term health. This is a continuation of poor health in a different form. Yeah, you may not have the weight on you, but your hormones are wrecked. Your body is toxic and you're in trouble. Cancer is around the corner. I'm sorry. You might not like what I have to say. I'm sorry. It's the truth. Stop. All the canned vegetables you're eating, okay, look at that liner. What's in that? It's all BPAs. No, they don't belong in your body. I know it's not what you want to hear. Put down your Diet Coke, get rid of your sugar-free crap, and listen up. If you want long-term health and not just weight loss, like I get it, we all want to lose weight, but there is a cost to this. Let me tell you about the cost. I've worked with hundreds of women desperate because the yo-yo cycle keeps coming back because they do crazy stuff with their diet. They ruin their metabolism. They ruin their hormones. I did it. I'm not going to pretend like I didn't. I was led the wrong way. Like I got on stages for years and messed with my hormones and messed with my body so drastically that it took me down the worst place I've ever been with my health. Don't put yourself in that position. Don't do what I did. I was the sugar-free girl, right? Like I ate nothing. I ate nothing and ruined my metabolism. My hormones were all over the place. You guys, listen to me right now. If you are doing some weird diet that doesn't allow you to have natural good food in your life and that you're not taught the tools that you need to be healthy, you're in a bad spot. You're in a bad spot. You've got to get educated. It's not about processed food. If you're living on processed food, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Okay? And it might not have an immediate consequence. This is the problem, right? It's like we don't have an immediate consequence. It's a long-term consequence. It's long-term. So now I am going to say, if you're choosing to eat fat over processed carbohydrates, cool. But check your fat, you guys. Don't eat crappy oil. And if you're heating your olive oil up to high temperatures, you're just ruining it. It's carcinogenic at that point. You guys we have to get educated. We don't have any excuse anymore. There's so much science, right? We have to get educated. And if you're stuck in this conversation where you're like, wow, Jen, first of all, how do I eat? What do I eat? I didn't know this. I thought I was doing the right thing. Cool, I understand. Like, I've been there too. I'm not judging you. I'm asking you to educate yourself. And if you need support, get it. It can help you. It doesn't have to be immediate. Like, you can slowly start making changes. People get scared because they think I'm going to come in and say, you can't eat anything anymore. No, we can slowly start to take these things out of your life so that you can get the result that you want. Right? And food is fuel. Food is fuel, you guys. And if you're trying to perform, you're trying to have a high-performing life, if you're trying to be a better version and level up your capacity, don't put crap in your body. Just don't. Just don't do it. So listen, I follow this like 80-20 rule, right? Now, most of the time, the 20% that's bad, that people would call bad, I don't call bad or good, right? I just call it food. And yes, there are times where I will go off the reservation. Very rarely. Very rarely. But there are times. But I know what to do to detox my body properly and not do a detox and then allow the stuff to still get detoxified and then not have anywhere for it to go again. A lot of people do these detoxes. Well, you guys have to have binders to the toxins. If you're doing a detox without a binder at the end to actually get it out of your system, there's no point. It just floats around again in your system. And that's why sometimes after people do a detox, they feel worse. They feel tired and lethargic. That's because you opened up all those toxins and they're floating around in your system and they haven't binded to anything to get released and flushed through. Okay, so listen, I'm getting some questions on Instagram. So let me finish my thought here and I'll get to that. I know it's hard to stay away. I'll get to that. Don't get it twisted. I understand. Don't think I'm going to ignore this question. Look, I know this is hard in our culture. I'm not pretending to downplay this. I know that right now we're dealing with COVID, but this is why I'm talking about it. It's not just that I'm talking about cellulite. It's not just that I'm saying, oh, we need to look better in our bikini. No. If you've got an excessive amount of cellulite on your body, there's a lot of reasons why, and most of it's because you're not nourishing yourself properly. And it's going to take years, yes, years, to flush some of that through. It's not a quick fix, but you can start by cleaning up your diet now. And if you're cleaning up your diet to get rid of maybe cellulite or toxins, you're going to be healthier. When you're healthier, your body has a better immune system. When your body has a better immune system, you're not going to get COVID because you can fight it off. That's my point. That's my through line. Yeah, it's freaking awesome to wear a bikini and not have cellulite. I still have a little bit. I always will. It's okay, but I don't have a lot. But I also don't eat sugar-free food. I don't drink alcohol. I haven't drank alcohol in over 6 months. It's a toxin. Sorry, guys. Smoking, toxin, carcinogenic. Whew. Even if you're out there, and people say this all the time, nicotine's natural. I smoke the natural cigarettes. No, it's all carcinogenic. It's all toxic, right? It causes toxins in your body, right? Okay, so stop doing that. Stop doing that. Take care of your body. Love it. Subcutaneous fat is not impossible. It is not impossible. It just takes time and consistency. It is not impossible. So I've had clients tell me that before. It is not impossible. Now, my client that's been drinking Diet Coke every day since she was for 30 years, okay, that's going to take a little bit more time. If you're drinking Diet Coke for 30 years, and it's going to take some time to get those toxins out of those fat cells because, man, toxins love to hang out in fat cells. It's their forever home. So we've got to clean that out. It takes a lot of detoxing, proper detoxing with binders that can remove those toxins from your system, okay? So I'm going to call you on that, fitness junkie. I don't know your name, but I like your handle. It's not permanent. It can move. Believe me. I've moved lots of women from never working out in their life to standing on fitness stages, actually hundreds. So it's possible. It just takes education, the right micronutrients, supplementation, the right nutrition at the right time, and the right hormone balance. Believe me, don't get it twisted. I can help you if you're interested. Okay, so listen, if fitness junkies also asking me, how do you get over like having all this bad food in your house where people are buying Doritos and Oreos? Look, I told you guys this before. I've told you this before. Remember I told you the other day, I'm so embarrassed because I'm a fitness professional and my husband, literally right now, if you go into my refrigerator, It's embarrassing. If you went into my refrigerator and my freezer right now, you'd see ice cream. Full-blown dryers. And right now in my pantry, there's Oreos. Trans fat bombs. No joke. My husband is a junk food junkie, so I'm with you. Don't think you can't have the willpower to shift it, because it's not always about willpower. It's about once you make a choice. I'm talking to you, fitness junkie. Once you make a choice, once you decide that you want something, once you decide on your goal, once you decide it's yours, there are no more choices. Once I decide my health, my example that I keep to my children, the way that I feel every day is more important than an Oreo, it's no longer an option. It's a choice. I can't have it. No one's saying I can't. No one's putting a big sign up and saying, Jennifer, you can't have Oreos. No, I can have whatever I want. I'm a grown ass woman. But I choose to say my health is my priority. Therefore, the decisions that I make support that choice. Is that landing with you? Sometimes tough love's good, right? Wow, like this morning I was coaching a client and I was like, this is from love. But truth is important. If your coach doesn't have the balls to say it like it is, you're in trouble. Get a new coach. Truth is power. It's not always easy. People don't like to tell people the truth, but guess what? If your person that is supporting you is not telling you the truth, they're not serving you, and they're basically saying, I don't think you can handle the truth. Get over it. Toughen up. It's from love. Truth is love, right? Truth is love. So I'm being truthful with you guys this morning. I know it's not what you want to hear. You got to give up alcohol. Can't drink it. Can't have processed stuff. Now, I will say, there are some times I really like my artificial creamer. I've had it before. I'm not going to lie. Like I sometimes will have, every couple of months, have a sugar-free, creamer. I like it, right? Once in a while, but I don't say, oh, I'm terrible because of it. No, I just know what to do to get rid of it. I know what to do to get rid of it. Just message me, Fitness Junkie. Don't go to my site. Just message me. I'm one-on-one. Like, don't go there. Come to me. Come to me. I will love you. I will tough love you. You guys that are here watching that are my clients know that. Okay, I love you guys. Thanks for letting me speak truth to you and spit truth at you. And I'm gonna keep rolling with this. I'm having so much fun sharing on this series. I hope that if it's of value to you, that you like it, right? That you like. Oh, Stevie and Mumford are cool, Tiff. Yeah, go on, girl. Go on with your bad self. Those are great. Just keep it in moderation, everything, right? But yeah, there's nothing toxic in those as long as you're getting a supernatural spot and it's a supernatural version and it's organic. All right, listen, one more thing before I go. This is the deal. Be coming back tomorrow live. I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different. Second thing is, listen, I'm honestly, like, I know how to give you a detox. I have a detox program. It's like $14. If you want to start detoxing your system, a couple of my clients just went through it and are like feeling amazing because I understand binders, right? I've never had it $14. It's like super fun to go and check it out. It's a 5-day diet detox. If you want it, let me know. I can send it to you. But here's the other thing. I'm really going to shift some stuff. I'm really going to shift some stuff soon. So I think tomorrow I'm going to ask you about some things you want to see from me. Okay? And I'm going to get your opinion because, I think I know what you want, but I don't always know. So I'm going to come back and talk to you about it because I'm doing a 60-day program for people right now. I've never done it. I'll probably stop doing it in June. So if you want to get in on that while you can, let me know. Because then we'll go back to the 6 month to work with me privately. But right now I'm doing the 60-day program to support people right now and they're crushing it. My clients are badasses. I love them. But if you're still into that and you want to get in on that, message me, right? But I think tomorrow I'm going to ask you some of your comments about what I should do in the future because I think I'm going to shift some stuff around, you guys. I'm going to want your opinion. I want to know what you want. Like sometimes I feel like I'm cooking fried eggs and you really want scrambled. But if I don't talk to you about it, how am I going to know, right? All right, so I'm going to head out. I've got a 9 o'clock appointment with a wonderful client. It's Mountain Standard Time. I love you guys. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for allowing me to influence your mind and your health and your body. And if you have questions, tag me and ask me. All right, see you later.